create a little bit of conversation going forward. So I'm gonna jump into it. Hey, what is up, guys? Hey, my name is Rick. I'm a financial coach. I'm the owner of the Debt Free Mafia. Hey, if you are into the debt-free living lifestyle, if you don't want to live paycheck to paycheck anymore, if you don't even like the idea of that, if you like the idea of financial freedom, and you like the idea of leaving a legacy for your children and your children's children, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, go ahead and comment. Let me know where you're watching this from. I'd love to know where all the people that are watching the Debt Free Mafia are coming from. I want to thank you guys. We've already gotten up to, I think, about 65 subscribers, which has been awesome. My goal by the end of the year is to somehow pull off 1,000. That's going to be really difficult, I think, but with you guys' help, I think we can pull it off. I am planning on doing a giveaway once we hit 100 subscribers. I'm going to give away a really cool t-shirt, Debt Free Mafia t-shirt. It's a t-shirt I wear all the time. I love it. I think it's super good quality, and the logo is sick. As you know, it's this little logo. It's like right here. It's on it. It's really cool. So we're going to do that. But today, I wanted to give you my top unpopular opinions when it comes to personal finance. So you can let me know in the comments whether you agree or disagree with them. I'm all for it. I am an open book. I will tell you right off the bat, I have a philosophical difference when it comes to personal finances compared to a lot of financial gurus out there. So my philosophical difference is I've been overwhelmed with finances before. I've been completely stressed out. I felt like the system was built against me. I felt like I wasn't in a position where I could ever succeed with finances without taking on substantial risk. My mind has been changed on that. My philosophy when it comes to personal finance is avoiding risk while being really smart with your money and living a life of peace, not a life of wealth. Even though wealth building is part of what we do here, our whole thing is not about getting rich quick. It's about building wealth over time and doing it the smart way, not the risky way. So first, unpopular opinion: stop your investing if you have debt. That's a super unpopular one. A lot of financial gurus, whether you watch randoms on TikTok or we've talked about him here before, but man, what is his name? Grant Cardone, guys like that, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, forget his name. I always struggle to remember it. But those kinds of guys, what they do is they say something along the lines of, it's cheap to borrow money because the interest rates are low, but the interest you can make on like investment properties and building big portfolios of potentially great stock earns you way more interest than what you'd be paying the bank. So that's their philosophy. Ours is different. We want to avoid risk, and we want to increase cash flow month to month. So what I always tell my clients to do, we're going to pay off debt first, then we're going to build an emergency fund, then we are going to get focused on investing. And I mean heavy investing. Once our clients pay off their debt, get their emergency fund in place, then we get them to start setting aside 15% of their take-home pay for investments, so that way they really start to snowball that wealth into something that really compounds over time. So the reason why we do that is because we want to get that debt gone, we want that risk gone, we want that stress gone, we want to live a life of peace. Then we're going to focus on investing. And what a lot of pushback I would get on that is the earlier you start investing, the way better. I mean, and it's 100% true. It's 100% true. But again, I preach and teach peace here, not getting rich as fast as possible, right? So that's a big difference there. So that's number one. Number two is that you need to sell your car in most cases if you owe money on it. The reason I have this is because I think Americans probably waste more money on car payments than just about anything else. Average car payment in America is like $570. And again, if we go back to the investment thing, you put away $570 away every single month. Compared to having a car payment, you can make a ton of money. I mean, a ton of money by doing that. I had that in another video. It's called Car Payments Are Stupid. Go check it out if you want to know what the math is on that. But in most cases, you need to sell it because if something were to happen, you have a giant car payment, and more than likely, you're going to have to either repo it or whatnot. I've actually had clients who have had to sell their car and take a loss on it, take a personal loan to make up on the difference that they had lost on it, because it was a bad investment. A lot of people are upside down on cars, which is really tough. But especially if you're right side up on your car and you still have a payment, I always advise my clients to sell their car because we don't need car payments. We drive old used cars here because that's what the average millionaire does. They drive old used cars. So next, this one is also kind of goes along with the first two, and that's that you need to pay cash for investment. That doesn't mean you go down to the bank and get cash and go buy stock with it. I'm just saying don't buy investments with debt. That kind of goes along with that very first thing they were saying. Again, that's super popular right now, is to go and borrow a bunch of money. And for whatever reasons, there's all these multi-millionaire gurus that drive McLarens on TikTok that apparently go to the bank and buy all these rental properties and talk about how rich you can get off of Airbnbs. Look, if that's you, that's you. But here at the Debt Free Mafia, we're not about that. We want to live lives that are peaceful when it comes to finances. We want to finish our race well and not put our family at risk. Now, if you're a young single person and you don't have a family to support and you want to take on all that risk, by all means. I took on a crazy amount of risk and decided that was not for me. Again, that's kind of in my story. You can go check out that video. Just check out kind of my debt-free journey. Got some videos on that also. Okay, last thing. This is super unpopular, but it's very important. We idolize Christmas. I think there are so many Americans. I literally saw a post the other day that said, we're exactly 6 months away from Christmas. How excited are you? Get it. So I'm a Christian. I love Jesus. Like, I love celebrating the birth of him. I love everything about that part. However, you can tell what you idolize by what you spend the most money on. And this is not a guilt trip, okay? I'm not trying to guilt you here. But you can tell what you idolize by what you spend the most money on. And Americans spend a astronomical amount of money on Christmas. December is the number one month to go into debt. More people blow their budget in December than any other month, and it's all obvious. And a lot of people feel this pressure by society to want to, and even loved ones, that they have to be some sort of awesome gift giver. Like, I'm a free spirit when it comes to my finances. I really am. It's funny because I'm a financial coach, but I get it. I get the perspective of the free spirit because that's what I am. And one of my love languages is giving gifts. So Christmas is super hard on me because I want to be able to give, and that's the way I show affection, is by gift giving. And you might be that way, you might not. By giving gifts and receiving gifts, that's one way that I feel affection and distribute basically love, receive love. I know it's kind of weird, but if you haven't looked into love languages, it's super helpful in understanding your behavioral patterns, which we talk about a lot here, is behavior being so closely tied with finances. So guys, those are my top unpopular opinions when it comes to finances. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you agree, disagree? I always love the conversation. I'm an open book, open-minded when it comes to that stuff. Again, guys, if you are interested in the debt-free mafia, if you're interested in the debt-free lifestyle, please hit the subscribe button. We're trying to grow this channel. I do want to give an awesome t-shirt giveaway at 100 subscribers. We're 35 away. So if you don't mind, I'd love for you to be a part of this community. We're building something awesome here. Guys, again, love you. Thank you so much for stopping by, checking out this video. Peace. Awesome.